Hello from Poland. I'm Leslie.
And I'm Jason.
We retired early to pursue our love of travel, and we use this channel as a video diary of our travels. We just wrapped up 7 nights in Lodz, Poland, and that is spelled L-O-D-Z. And we're just going to talk about our week there. This is our first time in Poland, and we're here right now during a heat wave, so
It's hot.
we flew from Dulles in the United States to Frankfurt, then to Warsaw. And then when we landed, we took a train from Warsaw to Lodz that day. Flying was fine. We had bulkhead seats with legroom, but near the bathroom and the catering area.
Yeah, it was mainly the bathroom that was a problem. Not even so much the catering area. It's just that everybody congregates around because there's plenty of room to stand. So everybody congregates there, does their stretching exercises, their preparation for the bathroom, their post-bathroom. Yeah.
They bring their kids and kind of, which
Yeah, everybody just congregates. Yeah.
So we kind of have similar seats on the way back, so we're going to change our selection.
Yeah, it's just typical flying.
Yeah, uncomfortable and long. And then we arrived in Frankfurt, and we had to go through the entry-exit system in Frankfurt. It's not the best airport. It's not well signed.
No, that was mass confusion. I mean, it wasn't that bad for us, but a lot of people.
Yeah.
Really, like EU people, there was no like signage for EU versus non-EU. It was just somebody just sort of standing there, maybe telling you to go this way or that way, but not always telling you to go this way or that way.
Yeah, taking my socks off because it's hot.
And yeah, people passing lines. Plus
Cutting.
we got there late, but it didn't matter to us. We had plenty of
Yeah,
time,
I
so.
booked a 4-hour.
People mad because the line was long to go through that. And,
Yeah.
Which everything you read says the line's going to be
Yeah,
long.
so book extra time.
Yeah.
And then we got into Warsaw. We were tired, so.
Oh, and the other thing was lots of buses to the airplanes.
Yeah,
Just
I
got to
hate the
remember
busing.
that.
So they're like
A bus from the airplane to the
group 1, group 2, everybody else,
and not a short bus.
and everyone runs, and then you all get on a bus together. So that's happened a lot in Europe for us.
Well, Frankfurt seemed really bad though. Long distance between the terminal and the airplane on the bus, which is kind of weird. But anyway.
Then we got to Warsaw, and we kind of decided to wing it this time on preparations. We'd both read a little bit about what tram to take from Warsaw Airport to the main train station, and we both read the same thing, and it seemed easy. However, I think we underestimated our ability to wing it after being awake for 30 hours. You kind of forget that part of the equation. So we wandered around the Warsaw airport.
Trying to get out because that's not well marked either.
Not well marked, but we weren't being.
It just says city center. It doesn't.
Say
I didn't
transit.
see anywhere on the inside that said to the trains, which is what we were looking.
Yeah.
For. But I guess if it says city center. it
Yeah,
means
we
the
should have
same.
known, and I think we were just tired, and anyway, so that took a little longer than it should have. And then we get to the train ticket machine, no problem. Get it on English, but I didn't have my card ready, and I always get anxious because there were only 2 ticket machines, and there
And
was
people start piling up behind.
one
you.
wasn't working. So then I get there and I have my card ready, so I was like, I'm just gonna stop this and let the person behind me go. So I hate making people wait.
Well, then they sit there and they fool with it like we're going to.
Yeah.
So then we wait on them.
So anyway, I step
People pleasing.
aside to dig out my credit card, and I do that quickly. And the guy behind us is at the machine, and he's like, I'll help you, basically. And I'm assuming he was Polish because he left it in Polish. And
But then you also start thinking, is this a scam?
I think it was a
Well,
scam.
no, but it comes across your mind. You sort of don't want somebody to help you, but you do.
I didn't.
Yeah, and he was fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't feel scam at all. So he picked the 20-minute ticket instead of the 75-minute ticket. And I was going to pick a 75-minute ticket. And he's like, oh, where are you going? And I said, the central station. He said, 20 minutes should be fine. Well, we get on the tram, we validate the ticket, but the train's not leaving for 15 minutes. So we've already validated our ticket, not thinking we should have waited till the train was leaving because we just had a 20-minute ticket. So
Or
then
there may be something we don't know. Maybe when you validated it, it might actually even put the time the train leaves. We didn't even look at it. We were just exhausted.
And then we couldn't figure out what station we needed because we wanted the central train station, but this was like the tram stop. So the tram stops had different names. So at one point we disembarked to do research. And then got back on. And then I thought, our tickets aren't going to last. So we bought 2 more tickets. I mean, we're talking, I think, $4 total between less than $5 for 2 sets of tickets. In the meantime, we figured out the tram stop, which was directly next to the train station. And we got in line at the train station for our tickets. And I have it's an app that's really good here for the trains called Colio. So I pulled up the train I wanted and went to the lady, and she was like, for tomorrow? And I was like, no, for today. And she said, it's standing only. And I was like, okay.
But it was like 5:30.
Yeah.
And it was packed.
It was crowded. We stood for an hour and a half.
Stood with a lot of people in the beginning.
Yeah.
Until the first stop, which was a long ways.
And I found a little stairwell I could sit in for some of the time. But we got here.
Yeah, at that point you just want to get there.
Yeah. And then how far? Oh, we had to take a
for the next disaster. Well, it wasn't really a disaster.
We just felt like amateurs, kind of. We had to take a ride share, and Bolt and Uber both operate, and you picked Uber.
I picked Uber because I read AI had told me that was the more common one, so I didn't even look at Bolt. I just pulled up Uber.
And
now thinking I hadn't used Uber for
a very long time.
December of 25, which actually wasn't that long ago. We used it anyways.
So we booked it through Uber. Thought we put it on a credit card.
Well, I didn't even look. I just assumed it was going to go to the credit card.
Yeah.
But apparently it was on cash.
So we get...
So we got a very nice driver.
So, and this is... Sometimes I order money before we go, but we have a card, and I was like, I'll just get cash there. But I didn't want to use a Euronet ATM that's kind of rip-off. And I never found another ATM. So we didn't have any cash.
It was sort of all amateur mistakes.
Yeah.
It was sort of like
we were home too long.
went back to... Yeah.
So we pull in, it's raining, and the guy puts up his phone. He's like, it's 33
Cash.
zloty cash. And we were like...
No. We wanted to pay with the credit card.
And he's like, I don't have a machine to do that.
And then that's when I started, I'm like, is this guy trying to scam us?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to look on the app, and it was all my fault because I didn't know that it had gone to... Anyways, the credit card was not the right credit card anyways.
Yeah, I think it was not.
The credit card was
Like
gone. I don't know how we had that in 2020.
We don't know. So we didn't have any Polish money. And I was like, is there an ATM? Well, that doesn't translate. It's like a Bankomatic or something here.
And he was like, I don't know.
I don't know
what you're talking
where.
about.
And I was like, a bank. Can we go to a bank? We'll get money. He's like, I don't know. And I said, all I have are US dollars. I don't know how much it is. And I did a calculation.
He went on our calculation.
Yeah. So we ended up giving him $12 US. And he's like, I don't even know if... I was like, it's a couple dollars more, like... Yeah. And then you're getting out of the car, and you open the door, and he kind of backed in, I think, because of the
Fortunately,
rain.
that was before all that.
Yeah.
The door slams into the...
to a little fence.
Little fence.
Around.
But I mean, that was his fault.
Yeah. And then we got in our apartment, and it was fine.
Yeah.
That's all. It's been a while, so the traumas disappeared a little. The weather when we first got to Lodz, that first day when we walked to the grocery store, I had on pants, this shirt, my fleece vest, and my raincoat, and it was still a little chilly. And now it's been 95. We're in a different city right now. So the weather's been fluctuating. We've had some rain, and it seems to like rain. Sorry for the dog barking. So we've had fluctuating weather. And no air conditioning anywhere yet.
Yeah, it's pretty hot.
So we visited a couple places in Lodz, and we'll talk about them, but we won't really say their names because we are not very good at Polish, and I doubt we ever will be.
And we don't have them written down anyways. I mean,
yeah.
Even if we did, you couldn't pronounce it. Yeah.
So we went to 2 sites that were former prisons, and do you want to talk about them at all?
I'm trying to remember. The first one was like
that little museum.
It was now like a city museum. I'm not sure really what the theme was. I guess it was just more based on the prison.
A prison museum, yeah.
Yeah.
And it had like a special exhibit.
Yeah, and it was interesting.
A little.
I think it was mainly like dissidents, like political dissidents. I think.
It became a women's prison.
Yeah, but it was mainly like political dissidents in the women's world.
Yeah.
Too. Throughout like the late 1800s and early 1900s, I can't remember the dates, but something like that. But actually, even after the war would have been when it was women's. Yeah, it was interesting. I don't remember a whole lot about it.
I don't either.
Yeah.
And then
it had the stuff about the statue. That was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
They had a statue of this guy that I don't know his name, but he actually fought in the American Revolution.
Yeah.
And
I met Washington.
Yep. And
the Germans pulled it down.
Yeah, the Germans pulled it down.
And then we watched a video on how they took another 30 years, something like that, 40 years to get it reconstructed.
Yeah.
And then the other prison, I'm blanking on.
Oh, the prison that burned. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the other prison. Yeah, we had to walk quite a ways out to that one. Yeah, and it was a prison for Polish people. I don't think there was any other. I think it was mainly Polish, maybe some Russians.
Yeah.
And I don't remember what determined that you ended up in that prison versus in the ghetto prison.
Yeah.
But during the war, and then when the Russians were coming, or they tortured people, they just beat them, and it was a very bad place. And then the Russians were coming. Whatever date that was.
January 17th, 18th, 1945.
In 1945. And the day before they got there, they were on the outskirts coming in, probably would be there the next day. Then they lit the place on fire and stuck machine guns around it, and you either died in the flames or you were shot by machine guns and grenades. And
so out of 1,000 people, 30 people survived.
Yeah.
So they had like some of the survivor stories, and
then all the town people went the next day, and all these burned corpses were everywhere.
Yeah, so people went to try to find their loved ones, but they were not identifiable. And then they had a mass grave next door, which we went to visit. And then we went to a train depot, Radagast or something.
Yeah.
And that was just, so Lodz was it the largest ghetto in?
Litzman ghetto? No, the second largest in
Poland.
Poland.
So this was where they shipped people from Lodz to Chemlo.
Kelmno.
And sometimes
Chelmno, something like that.
Sometimes
Auschwitz, Birkenau.
Yeah.
But they also brought people in through that train station also, from all over.
So that was uplifting. And then we went to the City Museum, which ended up being interesting. We ended up going, it was free, my favorite word. And
I thought that was my favorite word.
Yeah, it's your favorite word, your favorite effort. And we were kind of like, oh, it's free, we'll just go. It was an old, like, textile, like the wealthiest textile guy in Europe. his house, and it kind of like gave you like free roam. It was pretty surprising. And then you even got to go down like the corridor. They never let you go down in
fancy houses.
Fancy houses, so it had
fancy
like
palaces, I guess.
all the storage cabinets on the walls and all the like what would have been bedrooms and the private areas. So that was actually pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went to the less interesting textile museum, but it was also free. So, but
it's not always free. We just chose to go.
Yeah, there are free days. So Wednesday happened to be the free day for the textile day.
Yeah.
Would have also been the free day for the city museum, but they had switched it for some reason to a Saturday. But the textile museum,
yeah, it wasn't great.
We went because it had the city culture park, which was some homes like that they kind of relocated there from various parts of the city, which were interesting. And then they did set them up for like what living situations would have looked like. One was like 1895. They had the 40s, 60s, 80s. Yeah. And it was interesting just to see, like they talked about after the war, there was such a housing crisis that if your house was kind of like too big, they just assigned other people to live in it with you.
Yeah, so you thought you had your house to yourself, and
they're like, here you go.
Here you go. Here's your roommates.
Here's some other people.
And so then people had to split their houses up into
kind of like
different living quarters.
Yeah. And it was tight. Like you had one room basically.
No bathrooms that they had in the houses, so I don't know what they did.
And then we visited often Manufactura, which was an old textile, which was a big textile city, and there were like ruins of factories everywhere.
Still are. They're fixing them up.
Yeah, and this was a huge factory that became a mall with a great grocery store, but it had various
Which is
shopping.
one of the first places we went.
It was the first McDonald's and the grocery store.
Yep.
So that was nice. It was like a 10-minute walk, so you could get everything you needed. It is very hot, isn't it?
You go back and forth.
But kind of other than walking around.
Yeah, mainly just being where the history's at.
Yeah. And
it's not like the prettiest city. I mean,
it's just industrial. It's
like Zagreb.
Yeah.
For us, it's like Zagreb. Just kind of, industrial, sort of dark. I mean, like the buildings are dark. It's nothing like real bright or.
Yeah.
It's pretty standard. But fortunately, during the war, it wasn't destroyed. So
right.
Most of the buildings are kind of what was there before.
Yeah,
the war.
and they moved, because it wasn't destroyed, they moved a lot of things from Warsaw to Łódź for a while, because they had buildings. We'll talk about what we ate while we were there.
Okay.
We ate a lot in our apartment, which means we had ramen times 2 or 3.
Multiple.
Cheese and crackers. Bananas.
Pepperoni slices.
Yeah.
Except for it's not really pepperoni.
And then we ordered my favorite food delivery. We ordered pizza one night, pizza and french fries, and then one night across from our apartment was a place called Bar Kong Hong. It's very hard for me to say. And we had Thai food, and it was...
I know it was good. I mean,
Poland.
Not very spicy, but...
Yeah. And
but, yeah, I mean, so far Polish food has been pretty good.
we have not had real Polish food yet. And then we went to McDonald's. We go more to McDonald's when we travel. What are you pointing at?
We went to McDonald's.
Yeah. Why does it say, my notes say 42 McDonald's.
I changed it.
Anyway, we went. What did you do? We went to McDonald's twice.
42 times.
And we don't eat at McDonald's at home, other than our unfortunate roof repair that turned into a internal home damage right before we left. we ate at McDonald's.
So our stomachs were ready.
But they have order screens, so you know what you're getting. You don't have to talk to anybody, which I always have a fear in the beginning. And then
They have a screen that shows your number when it's ready.
yeah.
So you don't have to talk to anybody.
Yeah.
You just show them your thing and they say.
And you know what you're getting, even though it's not good.
Actually, it is good. Here, I don't
Yeah.
know. I thought that thing I got, spicy something on
Well,
it.
you've added
Yeah.
spicy sauce of some sort.
It was pretty good. It was
jalapeno.
hot. It was like if you have a good day at McDonald's.
Right.
And it's
Right when
been
they
freshly
make the food,
made or
yeah.
something. Yeah.
And then our apartment was actually, well, it was a studio. We didn't love that. And it was up 76 stairs to get to it. So that wasn't great. It prevented me from going out and getting snacks at the store right below our building because I knew I'd have to walk up 76 stairs afterwards.
Yeah.
But as a studio, it was okay.
It was okay. Bed was not comfortable.
I would take that bed over the bed.
No, yeah.
That bed was great.
Yeah.
But we were facing a street and right above a tram stop, so
Pretty
we
loud.
couldn't keep our windows open at night. So it was very hot.
Lots of ambulances and
Yeah.
fire trucks and
Loud car, like
yeah, city living.
city living. Now we're in a courtyard,
It's very quiet.
very quiet. And you alluded to this a minute ago, but we kind of felt very much like comparing Lodz to somewhere, Zagreb, Croatia, very much like that, although it didn't have as many like undone buildings as Zagreb. Kind of a mix between Croatia and Albania to me, like the way people dress and different things. Smoking, they do enjoy like real cigarettes a lot here.
Yeah, we actually, I feel like I've seen more smoking than even in Albania.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The sidewalks are fantastic. They're nice and wide. In Lodz, they had, even here, but they have bike lanes that are not on the road, especially in Lodz. People stop when you get to a crosswalk. They stop before you get to the crosswalk.
Yeah, very nice.
And then no one jaywalks.
Very rare that you see
Like-
somebody do it. Yeah.
You're on a street and
And you want to do it.
there is no traffic. You can see a mile in each direction. And everyone just stands there politely waiting for the light to turn. So you kind of do it too, even though you're thinking
Yeah,
this is the
you're thinking,
weirdest thing I've ever
why are we not
seen.
going?
But
Yeah. I don't
it's
know.
kind of nice in a way, especially because people do honor the crosswalks.
Yeah.
The public transportation seemed plentiful. We did not use any,
Didn't need to.
but they had trams and buses. And then they have lots of green areas. Not as developed as parks where we're from, and not as manicured.
No.
So it makes you feel like they're not
As nice looking.
as
but
nice, but it's not that they're not nice. We're just used to like
Manicured.
the heavily manicured, weeded mode.
Yeah. They were nice.
My hand's so sweaty I can't get
Nice
this open.
spaces.
So what else about Lodz?
I don't know. It was pretty good.
We don't
walked
quite
a lot.
remember why we ended up picking there.
I think because of the ghetto,
Oh, okay.
the Litzman ghetto, and just history. That was why I picked it.
Yeah.
I don't know that I picked it, but I put
Yeah,
something
we-
on the map,
yeah.
and then we said there.
It was a good first stop to like
Yeah, it was
catch up on sleep.
nice sized city, and
And walkable.
yeah, good grocery store.
Everything's flat.
Everything's flat.
And we ended up, I've been keeping track of our steps. We walked in 7 nights, 6 days, I think, 108,000 steps, which is like 42.5 miles on my phone.
More on my phone.
On your phone, you get 500 to 800 more steps.
So somewhere in between there, probably.
Yeah.
We'll assume.
Per day. And then we'll talk about my favorite part, the budget. So we were in Lodz 7 nights. We rented a studio apartment, and that was $500. Did I put my glasses on? $538. We spent $126 on transportation, and that included the $42 train ticket to get here. So we were on a 3.5-hour train ride in the first class car to get here, which was really nice, and that was a $43 out of the $126. We spent $81.51 on groceries, and we spent $69.52 at restaurants. So in total, our food was $151 for 7 days, 6 days, whatever it was. We spent $21.28 in admissions. And household, so for me, household is anything. Did we buy anything for the apartment?
Towels.
Oh, like hand towels. Like I don't like white hand towels because if I have makeup on my hands or something. Dish soap, paper towels, toilet paper. You bought shaving cream. I bought a pillow because I didn't like my pillow. Just odds and ends. We spent about $19 on household items. So overall, for 7 nights in Lodz, we spent $856.23. The apartments here in Poland are more, in previous travels, we try to stick to $55 a night, and here that's not happening. So I think our apartment in Lodz was $75 a night. I think it's because of the time of year we're traveling. It's actually like travel season, and we try not to travel during high season, but
or hot season.
We didn't think it'd be this hot. So it just ended up that we're paying more for accommodations. So
still pretty cheap. I mean, everything else is cheap. It seems cheaper. Like when you go to a store to get snacks or whatever, it's cheap. Admission's pretty cheap.
Well, and our 2 meals, like when we ordered pizza and those truffle fries, that was $20. And then we went to the Thai place and it was $20.
Yeah.
So.
And it was lots of food.
Yeah, that was 2 entrees and pierogies, which were
spring rolls.
No, they were those weird Asian dumplings like we had in Thailand.
But didn't they call them spring rolls?
I thought it
they call them pierogies.
Pierogies, yeah. Anyway, everything's been really reasonable. The people seem friendly. I mean, we really haven't interacted with many Polish people.
Not a lot of English spoken that we heard in Lodz.
We didn't hear any in Lodz. Oh, my favorite thing so far in Poland. They have windows you can walk up to on the street and buy pretzels at the window. Like we've had these big cinnamon pretzels or donuts.
Not donuts.
Whatever, the Polish begins with the P word, paxi or something.
Yeah.
But I love a donut or pretzel window. You just walk down the street.
It is convenient.
You get a little snack, put in a paper thing, and you just go on your way. And it's like $2, $3,
cheap.
Something like that. So far, a weekend, other than being really hot at this current moment.
Hot, not the most sleep.
Yeah.
Because the bed's not the most comfortable. Either place.
Thanks for watching. Bye.